Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to start out by going over the phone app. The phone app is actually very simple and easy to use, not difficult at all, but there are some tricks to it. Just a second. I'm sorry, I'm being interrupted by a call. No, actually, it's part of the class. I just wanted to show you what you have here. You can decline the call, you can accept the call, and you can remind yourself to call them back right away. And if you press right here for the messages, you can actually let them know that you're in a meeting, you can't talk right now, or something along those lines. And you can also create more custom messages right there. It's kind of simple. It's actually pretty neat. This is a neat way of responding to them without having to cancel the call and then turn around and text them. You can immediately just click right here and say, hey, I can't talk right now. Just by pressing that, they immediately get that response. Now that we have a little bit of an idea how that works, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to place another call. I'm going to go ahead and accept this call, and I'm going to show you how to make some little mild changes in it just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and accept this call. Now what I'm going to try to show you is just some things about the actual phone itself. Obviously on the top left-hand corner there you have where it says mute. Common sense. The next one is the keypad, and if you press it, that gives you the touch tone so you can actually enter in the information, like as an example if you're calling your bank. The next one is if you want it to go to speakerphone. If you have a Bluetooth headset to that, then that button will do multiple items. You can either go from your regular phone to your speakerphone or to your Bluetooth. Now let's say as an example, while you're in this call, you want to bring someone else into the call, like to have a 3-way calling or 4-way calling or 5-way calling. There's really no limit. All you got to do is just press that right there. It pulls up your contacts and then you call someone else. It's actually pretty simple. To get back out of that, all I did is press that green banner up at the top. Now, while I'm in this call, if I would like, I could actually stop talking to this person on a traditional phone call, press FaceTime, and immediately go right into a FaceTime call. You don't have to hang up. It just immediately goes right into FaceTime. And that's pretty simple to do too. Now, say as an example, while you're talking to this particular person, if you want to look up something in your contacts, you just press contacts, and then you can look up something, and then there's the information. And once again, when you're done, just press the green, you can get back to it. Now, if you're done talking to the person, you can go ahead and press the hang up button and you're done. If you want, you can press the home button and go back to your main screen and do whatever you want, get inside any app, do whatever you'd like. It doesn't really matter. And then when you're done, just go ahead and return by pressing the green at the top to get you back into the phone app. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go over some of the other options for the phone. If you look across the bottom, it says favorites, recents, contacts, keypad, and voicemail. That's what we're going to go over right now. Okay, let's start out with favorites. If you notice at the top left, it has edit. What that allows us to do is go ahead and delete somebody from our list. And if we want, all we have to do is press that little red negative symbol and then press the delete, and that will automatically delete them. Or if we want, we can just slide our finger from right to left, and that also gives us the delete button. And if you notice, there's the name of the person, and then if you press the I, it will actually give you their contact information. Now, if you notice in the top right, you actually have a plus button. Just go ahead and press that. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add someone in there. You get the choice of what phone numbers you want to call. There's their phone number, their main mobile phone number, and then there's a FaceTime, and then there's FaceTime audio. I'm going to go ahead and choose FaceTime audio. Okay. Now, if you notice, they showed it down at the bottom. Now here, I'm going to go ahead and choose FaceTime. Now, if you look at these two right here, they're actually pretty much the same, except one has the regular telephone and one has no icon right beside the word FaceTime. And that basically means that you can call them via FaceTime or FaceTime audio, just kind of little indicators for that. Now, let's say as an example, you decide you wanted to move them around a little bit. See, that's all you have to do is to do that. Just basically press the edit button and then press the little 3 buttons to the right. And then then you can move them around. I'm going to go ahead and delete them. Okay, now we're going to move on over to recents. Recents is basically just like it sounds, people, when you receive calls or send calls. And if you notice in this list, you have some black ones and you have some red ones. Well, the red ones are all the missed calls. So, and then off the far right, it explains when they called and all that good stuff. And if you slide down to move them from right to left, you can delete them, or you can press the edit button and delete them in group by pressing the clear button. And then we'll go back to the all selection here. And again, this has the same features, lets you know when they called, what time they called, and who called. If you notice, if you do not have people in your caller ID, it'll actually show what state and country they're from. Okay, now we're going to move on over to contacts itself. Now we're going to start at the top left. This is a way for you to group your contacts. Basically, it's just like, okay, I want to have all these people inside this group, all these people inside this group, and people can be in multiple groups. It's not difficult at all. I like to have a little group called faves, and what that does is it eliminates, reduces my contacts from a huge amount of people down to a manageable number of people. So I'm going to go ahead and click on all contacts just to kind of show you how things work. Now over to the far right here, you'll see A through Z, or actually A through 1. And if I want to, I can just press the V button and it takes me straight down to the V's so I can see them. Kind of nice, just a way of doing it. Now, if I want to, I could start scrolling up, or it'd take forever, or I could, on the status bar, I can press that, double tap twice, and it takes you straight to the top. It's kind of neat. Okay, now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to actually edit a contact. What you need to do is just go ahead and click on the contact. And then from here, what you can do is just take a look around and see the different information that you have here. If you notice off to the far right, you have two icons besides each phone number or email address. And basically what that lets you do is let you either message them or call them. Right here in the middle, you have a FaceTime section. And you get to choose, are you going to do video FaceTime or audio FaceTime? And then you can move on down just a little bit, and you can see all your different emails. And you could, if you notice, the phone has actually decided what you can do with these type of email addresses if they're associated. So you could text message or you could email. Kind of handy. A little farther down here, you have websites that you can go to, and so on and so forth. And actually, home addresses and birthdays. And then down here, you have this section where if you tell Siri, like such and such is my wife and such is my sister, it'll actually remember that information to help you with everything. Down here a little bit farther, you can actually have some information such as just regular notes. If you want, you can add all sorts of social media references. And then here where it shows that this particular card is mine, so it's giving me the option to show medical ID. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to add something else. I'm just going to go back to the top by double tapping the status bar. I'm going to press edit in the far right, and then I'm just going to go ahead and add a phone number. So I'm just going to press the add phone number, and then I'm going to go like this. I'm going to say 800-555-1212, and that's it. Basically, I've added a phone number. Now, if I make a mistake, I can press that little X in the far right, and that goes away, or I could just add it again. And then we're good to go. Now it's good to go. Now what I can do is I could press that little button that says home, and I get to choose what is this, and I'm going to go ahead and make this a page. And now when I press done, I actually have a pager phone number for myself also. And I'm going to go ahead and delete that, and we're back to normal. Okay. If you notice here, I'm back to my main contacts list here, and then I have my name, and off to the right it says me. I'm going to show you how to set that up. So what we do is we go to settings, and we go all the way down to mail, contacts, and calendar. And then we go again all the way down to where it says my info. And there we go. So what we do is we just click on my card, and that's it. You chose your contacts card for that. And while we're in this little section right here, again, we're in settings, mail, contacts, and calendars. And this right here is where you sort everything at. So basically for contacts, this is a sort order. How do we sort? We're going to sort by this. So you get to choose by last name or by first name. And then our display order is last name or first name. And then we have show in app switcher. You get to turn these on or turn it off. And what that is just like this. You basically have the recent names above or the favorite names above. And what you can do from here is you can just click on somebody. You could actually see their home number or their text message phone number. You get to choose what you're going to do, how you're going to contact that person. and then we can go ahead and go back. And this right here just allows you to turn that on or turn it off. And then you have a short name, and what this does is you can turn it on or turn it off right there. And this lets you choose, okay, I just want to show their first name. It's up to you. And if you prefer their nicknames, if you put in nicknames, then that's what'll show up. It's kind of nice. You can have a proper contact card for everybody, but if you want, you can actually have different ways of looking at it. One more thing about the contacts thing before we move on, I wanted to show you real quick. If you look up here in the search engine, you can actually type in people's name, and information will show up. And so I typed in Eric, and then you can look in all these different places Eric shows up. And it's kind of a handy way for you to search all of your contacts. So if you don't remember, like let's do this real quick. Say I don't remember someone's phone number, but I remember something about it. Maybe I remember the area code or something. And in this particular case, I typed in my grandma's area code, and sure enough, there she is. So it's kind of handy. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the keypad. Keypad's pretty much common sense. Just press the number that you want to dial. At the top left, you press the plus button, and you could say create new contact or add existing contact. It's up to you. And then if you want, you can press this button in the top right, and that'll help you fix mistakes that you may have made. Kind of simple. And then when you're done and ready to call somebody after you have the number programmed in there, all you got to do is press the green button right there, and that will automatically call them. Okay? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to go over voicemail. We're going to start with greeting. If you click on greeting up there in the top left, what you have is you have two choices. One, the default setting, or a custom setting. And basically the difference between the two of them is custom allows you to say whatever you would like. And so we're going to go ahead and press record, and we're going to say, you know, hello, welcome, and all that good stuff. As you can see right here, you have the individual voicemails. You can see I have two voicemails, and you can see when they were received, who they were received from, and how long they actually are. If you go ahead and click on one of them, you can actually see you can press the play pause button to go ahead and start it, and if you like, you could stop it. You can also press the speaker button to listen to it via speakerphone or regular speaker. And you can also do the callback, or you could delete it. If you press the I up here, that actually takes you into the contact of that particular person. If you'd like, you can swipe from right to left, and you can go ahead and press delete, or you can press the edit and select them and press the delete button in the bottom right. That will delete them. And then if you want, you can go into your deleted messages and take a look at them there. All right, then. This will conclude our class on the phone, and I hope you learned something and have a good day.